Good evening and welcome to Rajya Sabha News. I'm Tina Jha. Let's begin with the headlines. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh briefs Rajya Sabha members on the situation along the line of actual control, holds China squarely responsible for the situation in Ladakh. Members in one voice express solidarity with the government and the armed forces on the issue. Rajya Sabha concludes discussion on India's response to the coronavirus pandemic. Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan responds to queries by various members, assures House that all efforts are being made to bring an effective COVID-19 vaccine as soon as possible to the people of the country. And several issues of public importance raised during Zero Hour in the Rajya Sabha. Submissions range from release of political leaders in Jammu and Kashmir to inclusion of Arunachal Pradesh in the 6th schedule. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on Thursday apprised the upper house about developments on the India-China border in Ladakh. He affirmed the nation's position and said Beijing has been conveyed unequivocally, both through diplomatic and military channels, that attempting to unilaterally alter the status quo at the line of actual control was totally unacceptable.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh told the Rajya Sabha that massing troops by China and the violent conduct of its military violated all mutually agreed norms and pacts. He said it was made clear to the Chinese Defence Minister in Moscow recently that although India wants to resolve the row peacefully, there should be no doubt about its determination to protect its sovereignty and territorial integrity.
देश हित में हमें कितना ही बड़ा और कितना ही कड़ा कदम उठाना पड़े सभापति महोदय, हम पीछे नहीं हटेंगे। मैंने स्पष्ट तरीके से हमारी चिंताओं को चीनी पक्ष के सामने रखा है, जो उनकी बड़ी संख्या में ट्रूप्स की तैनाती, आक्रामक रवैया और एक तरफा स्टेटस को बदलने की कोशिश से संबंधित था। इन सब सारे मुद्दों को अपने काउंटर पार्ट के सामने हमने रखा है और मैंने दो टूक शब्दों में यह स्पष्ट किया कि हम इस मुद्दे को शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से हल करना चाहते हैं और हम चाहते हैं कि चीनी पक्ष हमारे साथ मिलकर काम करे। वहीं हमने यह भी स्पष्ट कर दिया कि हम भारत की एकता, संप्रभुता और अखंडता की रक्षा के लिए पूरी तरह से प्रतिबद्ध हैं। यह भी हमने पूरी तरह से स्पष्ट कर दिया।
On the clashes in Galwan Valley, the Defence Minister said the Chinese side created a violent face-off and our brave soldiers laid down their lives and also inflicted costs, including casualties, on them. The Defence Minister also gave details about the 5-point agreement between External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Moscow on 10th of September. He assured that if this is implemented sincerely by the Chinese side, it could lead to complete disengagement and restoration of peace in the border areas.
हमने चाइनीज साइड के साथ डिप्लोमेटिक और मिलिट्री एंगेजमेंट बनाए रखा है। इन डिस्कशंस में 3 की प्रिंसिपल्स हमारी अप्रोच को सभापति महोदय तय करते हैं। पहला, दोनों पक्ष को एलएसी का सम्मान और कड़ाई से पालन करना चाहिए। फर्स्ट, सेकंड, किसी भी पक्ष को अपनी तरफ से यथास्थिति का यानी स्टेटस को का उल्लंघन करने का प्रयास नहीं करना चाहिए। थर्ड, दोनों पक्षों के बीच सभी समझौतों और अंडरस्टैंडिंग्स का पूर्णतया पालन करना चाहिए। चाइनीज साइड की यह पोजीशन है कि स्थिति को एक जिम्मेदार ढंग से हैंडल किया जाना चाहिए और द्विपक्षीय समझौतों एवं प्रोटोकॉल के अनुसार शांति एवं स्थिरता सुनिश्चित किया जाना चाहिए।
The Defence Minister said China doesn't recognize the traditional and customary alignment of the boundary. He added that even though the situation this year was very different, both in terms of the troops involved and the number of friction points, India remains committed to a peaceful solution. After the Defence Minister's remarks, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu asserted that the country must speak in one voice on the issue of national security and integrity. He also suggested that the government must hold a meeting with leaders of different parties to apprise them of the situation and take them into confidence.
मैं एक सभापति के नाते एक व्याख्या करना चाहता हूँ देशवासियों के लिए और पूरा विश्व के लिए भी। भारत का परंपरा, भारतीय संस्कृति हमेशा वसुधैक कुटुंबकम, सर्वे जना सुखिनो भवन्तु। हमारा पूरा इतिहास में हजारों साल में हमने कभी भी किसी देश के ऊपर हमला किया नहीं, एक ऐसा कोई उदाहरण भी नहीं है। ये हमारा परंपरा है, इसी परंपरा को हम आगे रख रहे हैं।
Thanking the members for expressing solidarity with the Jawans, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh assured them that the armed forces will continue patrolling as they have always done. He also stressed that operational sensitivities of the armed forces have to be respected.
आज इस सदन ने पूरे देश को यह आश्वस्त कर दिया कि चाहे चुनौती कितनी भी बड़ी क्यों न हो, समस्त देशवासी एकजुट होकर उसका मुकाबला करने की कुव्वत रखते हैं, उसका मुकाबला करेंगे। भारत के सेना के जवानों को पेट्रोलिंग करने से दुनिया की कोई ताकत नहीं रोक सकती। यदि हमारे जवानों ने अपना बलिदान दिया है तो इसीलिए बलिदान दिया है, और इसमें कोई परिवर्तन इस पेट्रोलिंग पैटर्न में नहीं होगा।
Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
The discussion on the COVID-19 pandemic and the steps taken by the government concluded in the Rajya Sabha on Thursday. Responding to various queries and demands for clarification by members of the upper house, Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Harshvardhan said India has ramped up its COVID-19 testing facility from just one laboratory in January this year to as many as 1,700 labs, and citizens anywhere can access a testing laboratory within just a few hours of travel time. He added that the coronavirus-induced lockdown was utilized to quickly augment healthcare infrastructure in the country to fight the rising cases of COVID-19.
एक लेबोरेटरी, ये कहने के लिए, सुनने के लिए तो सिंपल सी बात है कि एक लेबोरेटरी थी और उससे आज 1700 से ज़्यादा हो गई। लेकिन लॉकडाउन के पीरियड के अंदर ये 1700 की 1700 लेबोरेटरीज को देश के अंदर सारी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के सिस्टम्स के अंदर एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए सब प्रकार की सुविधा, सब प्रकार के किट्स, सब प्रकार की मशीनें इसको ICMR ने देश भर में उपलब्ध कराया। आज 3 किलोमीटर के दायरे के अंदर देश में कहीं पर भी चले जाएं, और आप सोचिए जब लॉकडाउन का पीरियड था कोई हवाई जहाज नहीं चल रहे थे, कोई सामान को एक स्थान से दूसरे स्थान तक पहुंचाने की सुविधा नहीं थी, लेकिन उन परिस्थितियों के अंदर रीजनल डिपोज खोल के और जगह जगह किस प्रकार से किट्स को पहुंचाया।
Harshvardhan said India's proactive and graded multi-level institutional response to COVID-19 had made it possible to have less number of cases and deaths per million. He reiterated that the central government brought great relief to farmers and poor people through the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana.
इस बीमारी से बचने के लिए वायरस केवल क्योंकि ह्यूमन शरीर के अंदर ही जीवित रहता है और एक बार हमारे शरीर में प्रवेश करके दूसरे के शरीर में वो जाने की जब प्रयास करता है, क्योंकि थोड़े दिन के बाद एक शरीर के अंदर वो डेड हो जाता है, दूसरे शरीर में जब तक वो लाइव है, जब वो जाता है, उस चेन ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन को हमको कट करना है। और उस चेन ऑफ ट्रांसमिशन को कट करने के लिए जो सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है, जिसके बारे में मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि इस सदन के अंदर भी इसके लिए आग्रह भी किया जा रहा है कि ये जो मास्क है ये शायद हमारी सबसे बड़ा हमारा रक्षक है।
Members cutting across party lines participated in the discussion that lasted for over 4 hours over 3 days. During the discussion, members from various political parties made several suggestions to the government and also sought clarifications. Let's listen in.
Was that while the health minister has spoken at length about the medical measures which have been taken to fight COVID-19, is there some guideline, a national guideline, which, giving the norms of federalism intact, can be followed so that the people really know and the administration knows what exactly it is to do?
In the fight against COVID, other matters are also very important. the social impact, economic impact, human impact, all such matters are missing in the statement. That's a humble remark I want to make in this regard. How can the government forget about the migrant laborers who were dying on the roads on those days? They are the martyrs of the COVID, sir. They are the martyrs. What measures we took to support them, to ensure their survival? Sir, a responsive government has a duty to take its concern for the poor.
Further, sir, to assist the patient, a system of help desk by the Arogya Mitra have been set up in Andhra Pradesh. Sir, Andhra Pradesh state government has planned to spend a whopping 15,337 crores for overhauling the entire state of healthcare infrastructure. Just in the first phase, more than 4,900 out of total 7,458 health subcenters will get new buildings, while the rest 2,552 will be modernized, sir.
Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu made some key observations on Thursday regarding the smooth conduct of proceedings in the House. He said the deputy chairman or the panel of vice chairmen should follow guidelines while presiding over the proceedings. He asked members, the leader of the opposition and other party leaders to ensure that allocated time limits are respected while making submissions. The emphasis on sticking to time allocation coincides with the fact that the House sits for only 4 hours a day. Proceedings of the other House begin in the afternoon.
Sometimes what the deputy chairman says or the panel chairman says may not be out to our liking, but please understand there are rules, there are precedents, and there is a guidance by the chair to the presiding chairperson at the time. He has to follow it scrupulously. Chairman will tell the member 1 minute before, please conclude. If the member do not adhere to that, waiting for another half a minute, then he will be calling the next person.
Chairman Naidu also reminded members about the measures that need to be followed to contain the spread of COVID-19. The conduct of the monsoon session this year is unique in view of the many precautions that have been taken. Advising members to be mindful of time management, Chairman Naidu also told new members that they will get time for maiden speech in the normal session. He also directed members to be seated while making their submissions.
Some of the members are lowering the mask. Lowering the mask means guard. It's quite but natural because you feel more comfortable and all. I'm not finding fault with them, but please, camera is on, live coverage is going on, and if it's shown on TV, and then selectively some people see only headlines and then there will be reaction. Please keep this in mind. Try to keep the mask on as long as you are in the house. Because of the mic system, sound system and all, both myself and speaker, we came to the conclusion that members will be made to sit and speak. So please keep that also in mind.
And several issues resonated in the House during 0 hour on Thursday. Referred to as matter raised with permission of the chair, members raised several issues of public importance. Here's a report.
Member Mir Mohammad Fayaz sought the release of political leaders in Jammu and Kashmir who are under preventive detention after Article 370 was abrogated.
तो मैं आपके माध्यम से सर ये आज ये सरकार तक पहुंचाना चाहता हूं कि कम से कम जिस तरह बाकी रियासतों में अपने लोगों की बात होती है तो उनको गिरफ्तार नहीं किया जाता है, हमें भी वो दे दीजिए। कम से कम हम भी अपने लोगों की बात कर सके, उसमें हमें गिरफ्तार ना किया जाए। जो गिरफ्तार है उनको आज 1 साल हुआ, उनको रिलीज किया जाए।
Member Nabam Rabia wanted Arunachal Pradesh to be included in the 6th schedule by amending Article 371H of the Constitution. Article 371 relates to special provisions to special clauses favoring development to backward regions in some states. Article 371H deals with special provisions with respect to Arunachal Pradesh.
Arunachal Pradesh has got statehood in 1986. But we got a naked statehood. We have not been given any constitutional protection. I urge upon the government of India to consider this request of the state government.
Member Sanjay Raut voiced concern over the proposed privatization of JNPT port.
तो मेरा मानना है कि सरकार ने JNPT को प्राइवेटाइज होने से रोकना चाहिए और राष्ट्रीय संपत्ति और सुरक्षा का और कामगारों के हितों का रक्षा करना चाहिए।
राइट संजय भाई।
Member Ami Yajnik underscored the need to upgrade medical services infrastructure for non-communicable diseases.
I urge the present government, through you, sir, and through this August House, that there should be a separate investment with bringing in manpower, enough medical services, access to these services by these non-communicable disease patients, and technology.
Members also voiced concern over the backlog vacancies for OBCs in ministries through a zero-hour submission. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.